in the early 80s, I worked in a hospital as a graduate student in Houston. There was a large gay neighborhood in the area, and we were beginning to see a lot of patients with strange illnesses in the hospital. I worked in a research lab, and I would say after about a year of this, we were starting to get a lot of patients, but I was sort of still in my periphery. I had to develop an X-ray film, so I walked down to the clinical X-ray developer. For some reason, I was using that one, and I walked into that area, and there was really no one around. And I went into the dark room, and I processed my film, and I came out, and there was a guy sitting in a wheelchair, practically unconscious. There was no one else in the room. There was no one attending to him at all, and he was practically falling out of his chair. And I looked at him, and we made eye contact, and I was sort of struck by how young he was and how sick. He was just incredibly sick, very wasted. He had a lot of lesions and so forth. And it was very sad. It was because I was so close, physically there. And then I walked through that little room into another room, and there was this whole crowd of these young men in wheelchairs, all lined up for their X-rays, all in their 20s, all very, very sick. It looked like a hospital ward from a war zone, because they were all men, all very young. You could see that their youth was still there, although they were very, very sick. And then the fact is, they're all dead. And we knew then that they would all soon be dead.